Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday afternoon. Hope yours is going well. And we have another Seahawks video to get to today. No movement in the subscriber count basically since yesterday. It's up a little bit, but still right about 1,370. So the number is still growing up. No movement since yesterday, though. Let's continue to stick by our goals for the rest of the week, rest of the month, rest of the year. Please remember to hit the like button on the video and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And let's jump right into talking about the Seahawks. Today we have the road to 150. I know this is the one that most people get excited for, so let's go. How did the pass rush do against the Minnesota Vikings, and how is the pass rush looking through 5 games? So, first of all, Kirk Cousins passed the ball 39 times on Sunday night, and he got sacked 3 times, so that's 42 dropbacks for Kirk Cousins. Keep that number in mind as we go forward. All right, Rasheem Green looks like he'll get back after the bye, but he's got a lot of work to do once he gets back if he wants to catch up to his 2020 projection. Not looking good here, I must admit. Benson Mayowa, on the other hand, we know he had the game-sealing strip sack of Kirk Cousins, which gave him his 10th pressure of the season. He didn't get any other pressures in that game, so he's up to 10, which is still better than I was expecting from him, given that he's a career journeyman. He's just a guy. He's just been a guy for his whole career. I was expecting good things from him this year, but he is exceeding my expectations with 10 pressures through 5 games. More good news here. L.J. Collier. He got his first career sack against the Vikings, and he picked up 2 more pressures. So the season total is up to 9, and I told you last week he had already met my expectations for the season. Well, now he's just adding on, and he is almost to double-digit pressures this year, which I wasn't really expecting from him. You guys know I'm not a big Collier guy, but as of right now, he is on pace to collect about 30 pressures this season. So if he can keep that up, we have something. All right, Alton Robinson did not pick up another pressure against the Vikings. His number remains unchanged. Demontre Moore, however, picked up one, and it was a strip sack on Cousins that basically gave us an easy touchdown. So Demontre Moore, I thought I was maybe overestimating him when I said I think he'll get 8 pressures this year. He's on pace to wreck that number. He's on pace for about 20. So I salute Demontre Moore. Not only did he get a pressure on Sunday, that was a big deal pressure. So Demontre Moore is doing the thing. Geron Reid. Geron Reid played a great game against the Vikings. He did. And he did it without getting a single pressure. Now, I don't really want to make today a let's chastise Geron Reid day, because like I said, he played very well against the Minnesota Vikings. I think he played well against the run. I think he did some very nice things out there for the Seahawks. He had at least 1, maybe 2 tackles for loss, and he was part of the reason why Dalvin Cook was limited to under 4 yards a carry before he left the game. But no pressures, and this is starting to become a little dire because right now he's on pace to do no better than he did in 2019. And in 2019, he only played in 10 games. So this is becoming a problem. I know Geron Reid is a good player. I know he played well on Sunday. I know he gets double-teamed a lot. I know he gets held without a call a lot, but I need to see a little bit more from Geron Reid. I saw some positive stuff against the Vikings. I will grant you that, but he needs to start collapsing the pocket. All right, moving on. Poona Ford picked up another pressure against the Vikings, so that's exciting. He picked up one pretty early in that game, I think. He's up to 2. He looks like he's on pace to meet my 2020 projection. Not big expectations for Poona, but I think he will meet them. Brian Monet, nothing new here. Still has the one that he got against the Dolphins. Darrell Taylor has not played. Shaquem Griffin picked up another pressure against the Vikings. He had 1 hit on Kirk Cousins, so he's up to 2, putting him well on pace. If you include the fact that he's only played in 3 games, he's shaping up quite well. Anthony Rush, he left the Vikings game early with an injury. We don't really know what his status is, so as of right now, I don't know how much he's going to be playing going forward because we're about to add snacks. So we'll just have to see if Anthony Rush remains in the rotation going forward. And we have a new name to introduce, and I have a feeling we're going to be saying goodbye to this guy just as soon as we're saying hello, and that is Jonathan Bullard. a career journeyman who played about 300 snaps with the Bears 2 years ago, and then about 300 snaps with the Cardinals last year, joined us for a quick cup of coffee, and he did get one pressure. Now, if you told me that Jonathan Bullard was only going to play with this team for a game or two and was only going to play a handful of snaps, I would have said, okay, he'll give us one pressure, and he's already gotten that one pressure. So he's already met his 2020 expectations for me. I'll tell you this much. When we get Rasheem Green back and when we get Darrell Taylor back, I expect Bullard to not be on the team anymore. I think he's just here for depth while we're sorting things out with Green and Taylor. But Bullard contributed on Sunday night with a pressure, good for him. So that's the defensive line. Not so bad. Not so bad until you remember how many pass attempts we're facing. But I'll hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought while we blow through the rest of this. Wagner, no new pressures. Did not change. KJ Wright, no pressures, did not change. I think he blitzed maybe once or twice against the Vikings, so not a lot of opportunities. Jordan Brooks did not play. Bruce Irvin obviously out for the season. Cody Barton, as crummy of a game as he did play against the Vikings, actually did get credited with one QB pressure on Cousins. So Cody Barton comes up big. I can't put enough quotation marks around the word big, but there it is. And gets a pressure on the quarterback, getting to his season projection. So, Cody Barton, you did your thing. Now, please go sit on the bench and don't play again this season because, yeah. Okay, cornerbacks. This is going to be quick because we still have 0 pressures from a cornerback. I think, like I said before, I think that Amadi will pick up a couple eventually. I may move this one down to Amadi at some point, but so far we got nothing there, and that's fine. However, the safety position produces a little bit of a surprise. So Jamal Adams did not play, no new pressures. Quandre Diggs, nothing. Blair's out. Delano Hill is out. Ryan Neal, guys, and this is a big wow for me. I did not expect this, and I didn't really see it watching the tape on Sunday. Ryan Neal had 3 QB pressures on Cousins as a safety. That's Jamal Adams' numbers, and don't get it twisted. I wasn't overly impressed with the game that Ryan Neal played on other plays. I think he missed a couple tackles. I think he overran a couple plays. I think he got beaten coverage. I wasn't enamored with Ryan Neal's game, but I can say this. He got to the quarterback more than I thought he did on Sunday, and in a game like that, every little bit helped. So I want to give a shout out to Ryan Neal. Kirk Cousins dropped back to pass 42 times in that game, and Ryan Neal, a safety, got 3 pressures. Team leading. I was shocked too, by the way. I use Pro Football Reference for these numbers, so if they get it wrong, I'm going to get it wrong. But apparently, Ryan Neal was credited with 3 pressures, and Pro Football Reference is famously difficult to appease when it comes to tallying a QB pressure. So, that's good. If you told me Ryan Neal was going to play a reserve role for the Seahawks this year, I would have said before the season started, let's give him 1 or 0. He's already got 3. So, very nice stuff there. Where does that put us after 5 games? 57 total QB pressures from the defense. 57. Now, last week after that Dolphins game where I told you the pass rush was not very good, we were at 46. So that means we generated 11 QB pressures on Kirk Cousins on Sunday. Now, the Vikings dropped back to pass, I think, 42 times total. 3 sacks and 39 attempts. That's good, guys. That's a step in the right direction. That's getting pressure on more than a quarter of your opponent's dropbacks. That's like 28% or something like that. That's the kind of stuff that will get this defense into a better place. That's the kind of stuff that can make this defense decent. If we can get pressure on just 28%, 29% of opposing dropbacks, you got something. So this is the first game this year where I feel like the pass rush was genuinely pretty good. We got pressure on about 28 or 29% of opposing dropbacks, and we got 3 sacks. So maybe things are going a little better now. I will grant you a big reason why this number was so good this week was because of Ryan Neal's 3 pressures, but we're getting Jamal Adams back in our next game, and we know Jamal Adams is going to bring the pressures here and there for sure. So I'm a little encouraged after this Vikings game. It's not stellar, but for the first time this year, we actually got a reasonable number of QB pressures given how often the QB drop back to pass. So that's my take this week. I'm encouraged. Rasheem Green, get well soon. Please be back after the bye week. Jamal Adams, same for you. We might actually be trending in the right direction here. We got to see it a little bit more as this year goes on, for sure. I got to see a little bit more, but I think we have something, and I think I am encouraged about this pass rush going into the bye week. So that's my final word. Shout out to Ryan Neal once again. I was a little hard on him in my post-game video, but I think I need to give him a little more credit than I did. He actually had a pretty nice contribution on Sunday. All right. Peace out. Go Hawks. I will see you guys in stream tonight. More Dragon Quest. No Thursday Night Football tonight, so should be nothing but streaming ahead. So I will see you then. And what do you think? What do you think of these numbers, guys? What do you think?